Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Salad Revolution, one of our most favorite events of the year. My name is Reena Rupani. I'm your host here. And let me talk about Sharan. Sharan is an initiative whose focus is building a culture of health. Today, we are living in a culture of disease. Disease has become a household name. And our whole idea is to get back the culture of health, which was actually there for many, many years until last, let's say, 20 to 30 years, things have gone a little haywire. So this is an initiative, a social organization started by Dr. Nandita Shah, who is who was a homeopath, but now only prescribes food as medicine. And that is because she herself healed her very rare autoimmune disorder called Guillain-Barré simply through a change of diet. And after that, she's been prescribing only a change of diet. So imagine you go to a doctor and she doesn't write any medicines, but she writes food as medicine, which is what our Hippocrates, doctor of medicine, actually said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So, one of the very, very important points is salads. But before we start, I just want to tell you that Dr. Shah is also the author of the bestseller Reversing Diabetes in 21 Days and is also a recipient of the Nari Shakti Puraskar, which is the highest award for women in our country because she's helped thousands and thousands of people heal and prevent and reverse diseases. My own story, I had severe acidity. I was overweight. I lost 17 kilos in 8 months, and my acidity just disappeared. And I'm talking, this happened 10 years ago. Okay. And I have been able to maintain my weight. Usually, when you lose weight, you put on, lose, but I've been able to maintain my weight. And one of the key reasons, of course, there are many, but one of the key reasons is salads. Okay, and that's what we're going to be learning in these 4 sessions today, in the evening, and now, and then tomorrow morning and evening. And we're going to have a challenge so that all of us get into salads together and also win some prizes. Okay, so without much ado, please allow me to have Dr. Shah take over. And let's start with the most important session today. Why should we be having salads?
Thank you, Reena, for that introduction. And thank you for all of you who are here, especially all of you who are here for the first time. And honestly, once you do it, you won't need to come again and again. So everyone should be here for the first time. But those of you who are new to Sharan, I'm so happy to meet you all. And I love salads. Often I eat only salads every day, but sometimes I do eat cooked food and everything just like you. I love salads, and I know that a lot of Indians don't love salads yet, but I'm sure that after the salad revolution, you will be putting the highest quality of food in your mouth as often as possible, and you will be getting better and better. So let's start right away. So Sharan stands for Sanctuary for Health and Reconnection to Animals and Nature. And why reconnection to animals and nature? Because animals in nature know how to stay well, but we are falling sick, aren't we? So, how can we change that? So, let's look at what animals in nature do. Of course, welcome to the Salad Revolution. And today, in my session, we're going to talk about the benefits of salads as well as the reservations. This is one of my meals. And you can see that it's a salad with some raw components as well as some cooked components. And you can see grains in the center. That's actually millets, kodo millet, which is just steamed. And then grated carrots, uh, tomatoes, red peppers, steamed beetroot, some onions, some steamed spinach, some cucumber, some turnip, and some steamed zucchini, yellow zucchini. And then on top, you can see some sunflower seeds, and you can see a dressing that is like dates. It's made with dates and tamarind and it's something to make the salad just be exciting. And doesn't the bowl look so colorful? This is a Buddha bowl, and I love to have Buddha bowls, and that's because I always cook for myself. So sometimes I can even have some things that are ready in advance. Like maybe if I make millets, I might make it for 2 days. Or if I steam beets, I could steam it for 2 days and then mix and match things. Now, what are the benefits of salads? Let's talk about those and then we'll talk about the other side, the reservations that people have. Raw is nutrient packed. You know, all the animals in the world eat their food raw. And when you're eating raw, when you're eating foods the way nature gave it to us, you don't have to worry about whether you're getting enough proteins or anything else because everything is in balance. So if we have some raw food every day, and you might think that, hey, where are the proteins in cucumbers or carrots? But how do cows or horses or elephants or all the other animals in the world get their proteins? There's protein in every single cell. Also, salads make you feel light and energetic and agile. Have you ever eaten salads? Have you noticed that when you eat salads, you don't feel full and heavy like you feel after a big buffet meal? And when you eat salads, you can't overeat. So you always feel good. And that's also why salads keep you trim, right? Look, all the animals in the world are never obese. It's rare to see animals in nature that are obese. I went to Africa and there was so much grass, not a single overweight zebra. And there were so many zebras, but I didn't see an overweight lion. So, why is it happening to us? And I'm sure there are many people in the audience who would like to lose some weight, aren't there? By doing nothing, never starving, never counting calories, but eating the way nature designed us to eat. So let's think, what did nature expect us to eat? And all the animals eat by instinct. So cows will naturally eat grass and lions will naturally eat meat. But when it comes to us, we're eating from advertisements and from what we've been taught by our culture, our society. But think about it. If we were on a farm or an orchard and we saw fruits and vegetables, what do you feel like doing if you see these kind of things growing? Because if you think about it, and would you like to answer in the chat box? What do you feel like doing if you see this growing? We want to pick it and eat it, right? This is instinctive, right? But if you see a chicken walk by, or a goat, or a cow, does our mouth water? Never, right? And that's because we can't pounce on these animals, tear them apart, and eat them raw. Now, of course, if it comes nicely cooked on a plate, and if you're used to eating chicken, you might, your mouth might water. This is conditioning, right? But it's not our food. Whose mouth will actually water if they see a chicken walk by? Maybe a dog, right? Because a dog can pounce on the chicken, tear it apart, and eat it raw. So we have to understand that chicken is dog food and we're eating it left, right, and center. So let's look at the teeth of a carnivore and the teeth of a herbivore and then the teeth of a true omnivore. And now let's look at our own teeth. This is the teeth of other primates who may be omnivores, but our teeth aren't like that. That means we are not true omnivores, but we've been taught we are. And that's why we are getting sick. Because when you put the wrong fuel in your body, it's like putting diesel in a car that runs on petrol. It just doesn't work. So the closer we come to the food that we were meant to eat, which means the closer we are to whole, plant-based and raw foods, the better we're going to be in health. Isn't it true? So the foods perfect for us are all the foods that you would be tempted to pick and eat if you were on the farm. And salads in the raw form, foods in the raw form, have the highest amount of nutrients, and nutrients are the spare parts for healing. So it actually helps reverse disease. We want to have nutrients from all the colors of the rainbow every day if we can. And if you have a salad, you automatically get the colors. Now, the other good thing about the salads are that they're quick to make. I told you that I cook my meals every day and I don't have that much time. But I love to cook my meals because that helps me put my energy into my food. I know exactly what's going into my food. And I can also make the connection between my body and what I'm eating. That means I can think, what does my body want to eat today? Like when you feel like carrots, it means that you need the nutrients of carrots. If you feel like eating tomatoes, it means that you need the nutrients of tomatoes. So if we can listen to our body and eat high quality foods, how great it would be. So all you need for a salad is a cutting board. And if you want to put in some steamed vegetables, a steamer and a blender to make those amazing dressings. And of course, a knife, right? And then salads are very convenient as well. So when I go, when I'm traveling, what I do is I open my fridge and pick out all the vegetables and fruits that are left in there before I leave and just put them into a box. My box might look something like this. And I don't even prepare anything. But when I'm on that flight, I realize that I'm eating the best food of anyone that day because I'm just biting into my tomatoes and my cucumbers and my carrots and chewing them well and eating different colors while people are eating packaged stuff. And sometimes you might think that it doesn't taste good, but it's surprisingly delicious. And the best part about salads is that even someone who's not used to cooking can do it. So, just to give you an idea, I had a surgeon who was my client and he wanted to climb Mansarovar, but he had diabetes, hypertension, and he was overweight, and you can't climb those high mountains like that. So he decided to follow Sharan guidelines, and his wife and daughter didn't want to. So he decided to cook for himself. He lost weight. He got rid of diabetes and hypertension and climbed Mansarovar and did a good job. Imagine that. And that's just because he made up his mind to eat healthy. He knew that a salad is something he could make easily. He did it for some time and got well and went. And to me, salads are very appetizing. But I believe this is true for everyone. Like when I was young, we used to have lots of salads at home. Every meal had a salad. And I thank my mother for that because this was something she always put on the table. And now when I go to Bombay, which is where I used to live, and if I meet some of our helpers on the street, they always tell me, I remember your mother for the salads, because they used to eat at our place and they used to love the salads too. So even if you don't like salads right now, I'm sure that you will love them if you make them and taste them. And of course, we're going to tell you how to do them. So, the benefits of salads: raw is nutrient packed and it's not calorie dense. So, you can't get overweight. It's when we cook all those foods with oil or when we eat animal products that are full of fat that we are going to put on weight, right? If we eat the foods that nature expected us to eat, no animal in nature is overweight. And then salads are colorful and provide all the phytonutrients that we need. They help reverse diseases. As I told you, that surgeon climbed Mansarovar thanks to reversing diabetes and hypertension. And you know what? Diabetes and hypertension together can, or even one of them, can lead to kidney disease, chronic kidney disease. And so many people these days have chronic kidney disease. There are so many complications of simple diseases like diabetes and hypertension, and we can get rid of them. The salads are quick to make and they're great for new chefs. So why not try them, right? And remember, everyone will like them if they're made well. Now, here are some of the reservations that people have. How do I know that it's well washed? And recently, there was a viral video that went around saying how bad it is to eat raw greens and that raw greens may contain insect eggs and you may get cystocirrhosis and so on and so forth. And I just want to tell you that all the animals on the planet eat their food raw. This is what we were meant to eat. Our body knows how to heal. Our body knows how to handle germs, bacteria, viruses, if it is healthy. And we need to build up the immune system. And the immune system is built up with nutrients, right? Our body doesn't know how to deal with chemicals. If you are eating packaged food thinking that it's hygienic, but you haven't looked at the ingredients and there are many that you can't pronounce, then you're making a mistake because your body doesn't know how to deal with those, but your body knows how to deal with germs. Like when I was young, and pesticides weren't used, cauliflowers always had tiny little insects in them. And we used to take a lot of trouble to take them out. But, if you eat out, you know that nobody's done that because it takes a really long time. And nobody got sick from eating those. And that's because these are things that we can eat without getting sick. It's not a problem. Even if you eat them raw, nothing will happen to you. No one can take out all the bacteria even by washing something really well. If you wash your tomatoes or wash your onions, you can't take out everything. But here's what we know, that plants can protect themselves from all the bacteria and they're not full of bacteria because they're not decaying. But once you cook your vegetables and leave them out, they start decaying. They are full of bacteria. They can actually be more dangerous than raw. So wash your raw vegetables well. And if you're uncertain, then wash in drinking water with salt in it and go ahead and eat them. Please don't worry. Now, what if it's not organic? Just because it's not organic doesn't mean if you cook it, the pesticides go away. Whether you're eating raw or cooked, you're still consuming the pesticides. But when you consume cooked, you're consuming more because you're dehydrating. So please eat whole raw foods, whether they're organic or not, but definitely try to get organic, right? We're the only species that sprays our food with pesticides so that other animals don't eat it. And other animals are smart enough. Ayurveda doesn't recommend raw food, is another one I've heard. And Ayurveda is a man made system of medicine. Just like allopathy, homeopathy, Tibetan medicine, Chinese medicine, or any other indigenous form of medicine. It's something that uh, humans have formulated, and humans can be wrong, but nature will never be wrong. That means what we are eating now, or what Sharan recommends, that whole plant-based and organic, is what nature designed for us. This can never be wrong. And then many people these days have kidney disease, as I said, and they say, oh, raw foods contain potassium. We should leach all the raw foods before eating them, because that's what their doctors have told them. So, to this, I want to say, I have been treating so many cases of kidney disease. And the first thing I have to tell you is that no kidney disease that I've treated got better with their regular doctor's advice. In fact, after taking medicines from the regular doctor and following their advice for diabetes and hypertension, they ended up with kidney disease. But nature will never be wrong. So, when we eat foods straight from nature, we're eating foods in a balance, not extra potassium, not less of sodium, nothing like that. We're eating foods which have everything in balance and they will not harm your kidneys. So the trick here is to eat everything as whole as possible. Don't refine things, don't take out fiber from things, don't peel things, and avoid refined foods. Then what about in cases of cancer and autoimmune diseases? Won't I get infection from raw food and cooked food is safer? Not at all. Because the goal when you have cancer or autoimmune diseases is to heal. And nutrients are the spare parts for healing. And raw foods have the highest nutrients, right? So we need to eat more raw foods carefully. And raw foods cause gas. I know people who say this. A lot of my clients say this, and I know this to be true. It's not for me. I never get gas from eating raw foods. But when someone has been eating a standard diet and suddenly switches to raw, it can initially cause gas. Please don't worry. You know what? Fiber is only found in plants. Fiber is a prebiotic. It sits in your gut and helps good bacteria grow and produces a perfect microbiome. And this is really, really important. So make sure that you have plenty of fiber. But if it's causing too much gas, build it up slowly. And that's why I showed you a salad which was partially cooked and partially raw. And then another reservation, it doesn't taste good. Okay, so here I just want to say that remember I told you that our helpers from my home, whenever they pass me, they remember my mother for her salads. They were not used to eating salads, but they found a way that it would taste good. And I do want to tell you that we have so many recipes for salads on our website just for you so that you will be able to enjoy them. So today we have talked about the benefits and the reservations of salads. And this evening, we're going to talk about what not to add in a salad. And tomorrow, there's going to be the basics of a salad dressing so that you can make it really delicious, and another session too. Now, we want to eat salads every single day. This is one of my salads. It just turned out to be a patriotic salad. And it's largely cooked. It was the dressing that made it exciting. So here you see steamed lady's fingers, some steamed pumpkin. And can you see that my pumpkin still has the skin on it? And you may say, how can you leave the skin on a pumpkin? And I have to tell you, it tastes really good. So we keep all the fiber. Fiber is precious in order to heal. And the millets, the kodo millet is also unpolished. And then turnip. And it was a delicious salad. And here's another salad of mine, and you can see that it's been taken at night. And it has some avocado and tomatoes and some grilled tofu and some microgreen sprouts and some beans and beetroot and so on. So eat a salad every day. That's it from me, and over to you, Reina.
Thank you, doctor. Even I felt like having salads now while talking to you. I mean, while you were speaking, I felt like getting a cucumber and just having it. But I just had my smoothie, so I'm having some grapes. But we have a few questions. Would you be able to take some?
Sure.
Is it safe to wash with vegetable washing liquid that is available in the store?
I would always recommend to avoid chemicals. But if you want something to make sure that it's cleaner, use salt in the water or use vinegar.
So, which salt to use, doctor? Neelam is asking.
You can use, I mean, to wash the vegetables, you can use the regular Tata iodized salt. But in general, it would be nice to use a more natural salt like the Himalayan salt. And that's because the sea salt now is mixed with microplastics and so many harmful substances that we want to take care, right?
Right. Dr. Meenakshi is saying, Madam, just don't mind. All doctors are doing their job scientifically, and it has good effects in DM, CKD, DKD. In fact, they're showing the correct path to their patients.
Correct. Of course. I mean, all doctors are doing such a great job, but doctors don't have much knowledge about nutrition. And we have to recognize that medicines can never cure. The only thing that medicines can do is remove symptoms temporarily. Now, body knows how to heal. All the animals on the planet heal without any help. So we can too. So we just need to think different. We have to think because if we have been under doctors and we are sick today, then we have to make a change in order to be well. Isn't that true?
Dr. Dhruv is saying how to make interesting salads.
That's what salad revolution is all about. So hold on and you will find out.
Sonal is asking, is adding dressings good for healing diseases?
It depends on what goes into the dressing, and you will learn about really healthy dressings here.
Yes. Dr. Guru is asking, can we mix cooked and raw together?
Yes, you can. Ideally, don't mix fruit and vegetables or fruits and grains together, but you can definitely mix cooked and raw together.
Chetna is asking, should we consume only low GI veggies to reverse diabetes?
Absolutely not. You should eat anything that God designed for us. That means if you feel like eating, and I have to tell you, we've had so many people reverse diabetes while eating potatoes and sweet potatoes and all the fruits in the
And
world.
bananas, yeah, and mangoes. Dr. Priya is asking, do pregnant mothers have salads?
Of course. I mean, pregnant mothers are human beings too. And so do kids. And kids naturally go for raw food. It's we who teach them how to eat more cooked food.
Dr. Hema is asking, are you suggesting we do away with cooked food completely and eat only raw or have a combination of cooked and raw in a meal?
It depends on what you want to achieve. So, for example, if someone is seriously really sick, and recently I had a patient of liver disease who was really sick, and I told him only raw because his doctors had given up on him. And within 3 weeks, he was recovering to an amazing extent. Unbelievable. And his doctors had given up. For normal people, I would say one-fourth of your meal should be raw. The rest can be grains and cooked and everything else. Okay?
Dr. Dhruvi is saying Indian women face iron deficiency. What should we eat?
The biggest cause of iron deficiency in India is dairy. Dairy prevents the absorption of iron, and so do tea and coffee, and incidentally, calcium supplements. And so we need to avoid all these things.
Dr. Sonali is asking, how about washing with potassium permanganate? It's a chemical, so I guess it's your same answer, right?
Same answer.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jayashree saying, I switched years ago to Himalayan salt, but I'm depriving myself of iodine.
Okay. So, you know what? When we are likely to eat some food outside, aren't we? They are using iodized salt, isn't it? Unlikely to cause any problems. But if you're worried about that, eat half iodized salt and half Himalayan salt.
Dr. Neelam is asking, should seeds be mixed with the salad?
They don't need to be mixed, they can be mixed. So this is only for pleasure, right?
Narendra Kumar is asking, how to encourage kids to eat fruits? My kids are not eating fruits or some fruits and vegetables.
You don't try to encourage the kids. You try to eat really healthy and kids will follow, right? Because we've taught them what to eat, now they're eating what they eat. And when we change, kids will slowly change. You have to give them time.
Dr. Neelam is asking, how much gap is ideal between salads and lunch or dinner?
No gap. You can add salads to your lunch plate and eat everything together.
Manish is asking, why no fruits in salads?
Because fruits have a different digestive process. So while the if you eat fruits on top of a meal, while the meal is digesting, the fruits are fermenting and this can cause gas.
Dr. Dhruvi is asking, should we consume dairy products?
That's a whole other session. But the short answer is no.
Dr. Harish is asking, for someone recovering from cancer surgery, salads are okay to consume?
That's the fear that most of my patients with cancer have. And you know, the people who heal without any chemotherapy, surgery, or anything else heal with 100% raw. Raw is the highway to recovery. So, whether you have surgery or chemo or don't, raw is the highway to recovery.
Doctor, we have quite a few questions, but I'm going to stop here because I'm sure most of the questions will be answered in the subsequent sessions. But I just want to
Absolutely.
end with one question. There are
Okay.
so many diet plans in the market, and everybody promotes their diet plans for weight loss, health gain. It is so confusing which diet we should follow, as every
I
promotion is so convincing.
I really empathize with you. And I can understand that everyone is confused. And the only thing I want to say is there are two ways to find out. One is you try them and check which one works for you. And the only logic I can give for our way is that it's the natural way. It's going closer and closer to what nature designed for us. And nature can never be wrong, but someone can. For example, allopathy has a different system from homeopathy, has a different system from Tibetan medicine, has a different system from Chinese medicine, has a different system from Ayurveda. Who's right? Nobody knows. But nature will never be wrong.
Thank
That's my take on it.
Thank you, doctor. And we have Shashi here who says, thank you, doctor. Your advice to eat salads has really helped me. Doctor had given me only 3 months of life after finding cancer in multiple organs. It's more than 4 years and I'm alive. Thank you so much, Dr. Nandita Shah. I'm grateful.
Shashi, I thank you for sharing today because you have inspired so many people here 10 times more than me because I can say anything, but someone who gets well is a total inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you so much, doctor, for your time. And everybody's going to get into the salad bandwagon, I'm sure, after listening to you. Thank you. Okay, so now we have learned why we should be having salads. Now it's time to put the knowledge into action. And how do we do with action? By making salad recipes. So today we're going to show you two amazing salad recipes by two of our most amazing facilitators. Okay, and hang on, there's lots to learn. So our first facilitator is Jayashree Kannan, and she's again a very, very special facilitator because Jayashree reversed her cancer Actually, Jayashree got cancer. She did this conventional way of chemotherapy and everything. And after 9 months, her cancer relapsed. And that's when she thought that, I rather die than again go for all those procedures. I have to find another way out. And she found the way out by eating right and by thinking right. And one of the key aspects of her diet was salads. So let's listen to Jayashree, who now inspires so many people to eat right and think right. Um, Over to you, Jayashree. Thank you.
Thank you, Rena. Yes. So, as I'm Jayashree from Bombay. So, I've been with Sharan now for over 7 years. And as Rena said, I was diagnosed with cancer in 2007, ovarian cancer, and it relapsed within 9 months. So that is where I realized that treatment is not working, and I need to go do something more to it. And I happened to read this book written by Louise Hay, The Power Within You, and who herself reversed a uterine cancer, and she had shared all her experience in the book, and that was a big takeaway for me from that book. So many takeaways, like eating raw, looking into my mental thought patterns, working on forgiveness, letting go of, and whole lot of stuff. So I was really rock bottom. I was so sick, and I thought I'm not going to come out of it after my second surgery, and I went through a little bit of chemo. After that, I was down. So, but just going on raw really helped me. I started googling and looking at websites, and getting more information, and that is when I came across the Sharan website, and I just started eating raw. My next meal just became a raw bowl of raw salad and green juices. And within a week, I started feeling much better. I no longer look like a patient. And after that, now it's almost 14 years. I'm doing extremely well. I was 47 then, and now I'm 62. And I am a Heal Your Life teacher and a coach, and I help people to, you know, change their mental pattern, because the cause of the illness is not uh, you just cannot treat it. The cause is something else which we need to look into it. So the cause is our mental patterns, the way we sleep, what we eat, and all of that. So today I'm going to share with you all a very simple salad, which you can do it when you have no time. It is just mixing one or two vegetables and adding some salt and spices, and you can have it. And it's so simple that it's called no excuse salad. Yes. So let's learn how to make it. So we have a nicely cut cucumber. See, we don't remove the skin in Sharan, so this all the skin is there intact. So I have a bowl of cucumber. You can cut it small, big, however you want. And then I have some tomatoes, nicely fresh tomatoes. Don't remove all the seeds and all. Cut it whole and put it into your salad. So you have nice, lovely color, isn't it? Two nice bright colors. And then you can add any dressing. So I'll add some roasted peanut. We don't remove the skin. It's there. It's just crushed and uh, cut. And then we have some freshly grated coconut. Are you tempted to eat this? And this is a little
I
bit of
surely am.
a little bit of finely cut chilies. And then you can use some lime for it, a little bit of squeezed lime.
Can you bring it a little more above? You can just show it to the camera once, Jayashree.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
wow.
And
Okay.
then you can add some salt, little bit of salt. So the salt is, we use this pink Himalayan salt. So I have a little bit of that, rock salt, a little bit of that. Sorry about that. And we just have to mix it. Yes, doesn't it look delicious?
So, Jayashree, can you repeat? I can see uh, cucumbers and
Yes.
tomatoes
Cucumber,
and
tomatoes, and some coconut and peanut. The peanuts are roasted and
crushed, roasted and crushed
crushed,
peanuts,
and some
right?
freshly grated coconut.
Coconut,
I just
yes.
added nothing else, and some salt and lime.
Wonderful.
It's
And
such a
all these
simple
are
salad.
usually there, are usually
Yes, it's all there at home. You don't have to run, and a little bit of coriander,
coriander.
freshly cut coriander, and your salad is ready.
Yeah. There are no curry leaves, no?
No, no,
No, but we can add
just
if we want to,
if you
right?
want to.
Yeah,
And
coriander.
we'll serve the salad. It's
Lovely,
ready to
lovely.
have.
Gosh, I'm hungry now, Jayashree.
Yes, it's so yummy and delicious. Even the look of it
I
is.
know. Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
Wow.
isn't it delicious?
Yes,
Come, all of
absolutely.
you, to eat. You can have this
Yeah.
delicious salad.
Can
And I'm
actually
sure
just be a meal. Just be
it
a meal also.
tastes, ah, mm, it
Tell us
tastes
how
so
is it,
yum.
Jayashree? I just spotlighted you. Tell us again, how is it? Yum?
Yes, yum. It tastes
Yep.
so good. It's got that, that fatty from the coconut and the peanut
Yeah,
and the lime and the salt and the chili and the cucumbers nicely cut with so much of water, tomato. It's so yum.
yeah, yeah.
Makes a very good summer salad also.
You can show it here on the front screen now. In the front
Yes.
screen. Yeah,
Yes,
wonderful.
can
Thank you
see
so
it.
much, Jayashree. And the white brings out such the vibrant colors.
Yes,
Just one or
true.
two questions, Jayashree. Um,
Yes.
one is that do you recommend coconut because it has saturated fat?
See, I that entire salad I use just 2 spoons, and it is we need good fats, isn't it? And a coconut fat is good, and we are using very little for garnishing and taste, and you can have it.
Okay,
I eat a lot of coconut from south, coming from south. Of course, I don't have milk, but I do have grated coconuts in my food.
right. And there's no problem at all because it's natural fat, right?
Yes,
And we can even add green chilies if we want, right?
yes, yes,
Yes, so
yes.
beautiful, right? That's the beauty of salads. There's no fixed thing. You can just do anything and
You can
everything.
add even pepper. If you don't want green chilies, you can just put pepper, or you can
Correct,
omit it totally and still it
correct.
tastes so good.
Thank you, Jayashree. May you inspire many more and enjoy your salad lunch. I'm sure it's going to be lovely.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Naina.
much.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. So you saw how delicious and easy it was. Don't worry, all of you will actually see the picture of the salad, read the ingredients. I'm going to tell you how. Okay. All right. So before that, let's go to our next salad. Okay. So from Navi Mumbai, where Jayashree was, we fly to Ghatkopar via Zoom Airways to another sweetest facilitator in our team. Her name is Komal. And Komal had thyroid, and she's been able to reverse it to a large extent simply by changing how she eats her food. Okay, so without much ado, Komal, over to you.
So, happy morning to all of you, and thank you for coming here on the Sunday morning for your health. That's amazing. So, a little bit about my journey. I met Dr. Nandita. I happened to meet Dr. Nandita about 7.5 years back at Ahimsa Festival. And that is where I saw that many people are approaching her for health issues. And I went home, I checked her on the website, on internet, and I saw a few disturbing videos related to dairy. And that night I could not sleep. That I have been so ignorant all my life that just for my taste buds, I have been having so much of dairy, and I've been inflicting so much oppression on those cattle. So from that day onwards, I stopped dairy completely, and then I was grappling what to eat, what not to eat, where Sharan website and Sharan classes helped me. And then I decided that I would like to join Sharan because I wanted people around me who are following this lifestyle, and I want to be there for life. And as I was doing that, gradually I realized I got a lot of bonuses. I lost weight, my acidity and gaseousness went away, my skin improved, my hair quality improved. And I also saw that my TSH count, hypothyroidism count, started improving. All the symptoms related to thyroid also gradually went away completely. So I got so many bonuses, and I'm hooked onto this lifestyle, and I'm now spreading this through various ways through Sharan. So that was about me. Let's get on to the recipe for today, the salad that we'll be making. So today we are making a kosumbri salad, and the vegetables that I'm using here are beetroot, carrots, pumpkin, spinach, palak, and coconut. Coconut is grated, spinach is chopped finely, and pumpkin, it is grated with the skin. Even carrots and beetroot are grated with the skin. So what I do, I just wash these carrots and beetroots very well. Then I take a napkin and just rub it very well. So all the dirt comes out and the extra hair also comes out. And it is good to go. You can use it. Okay. And this salad we'll be making in a South Indian way. I'll be making a tadka for this. And this tadka will be oil-free tadka. Okay. So let's start making the tadka. So here in this salad, you can use uh, any of this one or two of these vegetables, whichever you have, or you can use all of these vegetables. What I generally do is I just open my fridge and I check what vegetables I have in my fridge. I just pick up what I feel like, cut them the way I want to, and then either I make a tadka or make a dressing. So here the pan is heated now. Let's add some mustard seeds to it. Did you realize I missed out one thing for the tadka? What did I miss out?
Soumya
What do we
saying
generally
oil.
have?
Oil, Komal, how can you not put oil?
Yeah. So oil is full of fat and no fiber in it, right? And fiber is the most important thing. So let's just skip oil. And if you see the mustard seed has started fluttering, there is oil in the mustard seed itself, right? So they have started fluttering. I put off the flame right now because this induction is very hot. So then I will add some, after putting off the flame, I'll add some curry leaves to it. Remember to cut the curry leaves and put so that kids or anyone at home won't remove it from the salad or food that you're making. Add a little hing, asafoetida, and some chilies and mix it. Your tadka is ready. And this you can store in a dabba also and add it to your steamed vegetables, add some masala and your sabji is ready. So this we'll just add to our salad. Just a minute, let me take this aside. Yeah. So we'll just add this tadka. It is extremely delicious, this salad. The sweetness of beetroot and carrots is outstanding. And you can, while you are having it, while you're mixing it and having it, add some salt and lemon to it, and your salad will be completely ready. Isn't it simple?
It's amazing. It's also looking so appetizing and beautiful. Thank you, Komal. And you also showed us how to make a oil-free tarka. Basically, this is how we all at Sharan cook. We do not use any tarka. You're giving us one more tip. What are we adding?
Yes, one more tip I'd like to give is you can cook some millets and you can just add some millets to your salad and it will be a whole meal salad. You don't have to cook anything else apart from this, and this will be a complete meal in itself. So
Wow.
this is little millet that I've cooked, and see, it's cooked so beautifully, just like rice, separate uh, grains, right?
Absolutely wonderful. That's such a good idea to make it a meal replacer salad.
Okay, the ingredients are beetroot, carrots, pumpkin, spinach, and coconut, all finely chopped or grated. To that I add, and to that you add some salt and lemon. For the tadka, you add
For the tadka, you add mustard seeds, hing, mirchi, and curry patta. That's it.
Lovely. Easy peasy. Okay.
Very easy.
Okay. Preeti is saying my mom likes salad, but the issue is her teeth are weak. She finds it difficult to chew. So what can be done?
So either you can have soft vegetables like cucumber, or also, I remember I had one patient who had this problem. So she used to just blend all the vegetables, add the spices to it, and drink it.
Yeah. In
So
fact,
that is also possible.
Komal is going to be doing the last session of this salad revolution where she's going to tell you different ways of increasing the raw in your daily. So don't miss the fourth session. Actually, don't miss the second, third, and fourth session. Okay.
You can't miss any of the
Yeah.
sessions.
So Dhruvi is asking, please share the name of the millet you have used.
This is little millet that I've used, but there are many other millets that are available and you can use them. Like
Great.
proso, kodo, foxtail, jowar, bajra, ragi. There are many, many millets. You need
Wonderful.
not just stick on to wheat. There are variety of other gluten-free grains that you can use.
And why should we be having millets, Komal? Why is it better than grains? Other grains, I
They are
mean.
more nutritious, they have more fiber, and they really help you to keep your sugar levels also in check.
Manish is asking, what's little millet in local language? Any idea?
Kutki, kutki.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Komal. I can see you're going to have a very wholesome meal today for lunch, and all the best for your Millet Savvy program. And thank you.
Thank you.
See you again on the fourth session. Thank you. See you. Enjoy your salad at lunch. Love you all. Bye bye.